You would probably never guess that this little field out here in the middle of nowhere would be home to one of the best women's soccer teams in all of America. Today, I'm going to be telling you about the pioneers of Delta College in University Center, Michigan. Delta College is a public community college in University Center, Michigan. Their nickname is the Pioneers, and their colors are evergreen and white. Their beginnings date all the way back to 1955 in the Saginaw, Midland, and Bay counties, but they moved here to the Delta campus in 1962. Delta College would replace Bay City Junior College to become the junior college because Bay City Junior College could no longer support the growing enrollment. And this college campus actually is home to 15,000 students. This would be the 7th tier of college soccer because there are 3 tiers within junior college. So you have Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, and then you have junior college. And within junior college, you have 3 subdivisions. You have Division I junior college, Division II junior college, and Division III junior college. So this would be the 7th tier of college. It's kind of crazy when you think about where we just came from. Northwood University would be considered the 2nd tier. They only have 2,700 students. This would be the 7th tier of soccer in college, and they have 15,000 students. So it just goes to show you that just because you are in different divisions doesn't necessarily mean that it depends on your student enrollment. A very key thing that would probably tell you why this women's team has so much success is this college actually owns the region's PBS station and co-operates it with Central Michigan's NPR radio station. And that reaches 1.2 million people in mid-Michigan. So when you think about that 1.2 million number, that's the people that they can draw from to get you know, ladies over here to play soccer. So that's a lot of women that you can choose from to get good soccer players from. 1.2 million people is a lot of people. Hell, that's even more than like Iceland and the Faroe Islands in Europe. And this city of University Center, it was only established in 1961, so only about 60 years ago. And the very first thing put in the city was a post office, and it was put in place to serve Delta College. So all the mail that would be coming out of Delta College would go to that post office. From the growing fields to the soccer fields, the Delta Pioneers began as a soccer program back in 2010, and it would only take them a few years to gain national prominence. So one of the reasons why Delta College has been so successful is they have actually appeared in 5 out of the last 6 NCAA junior college national championships. So you have to think, for a program that's only like 10 years old, for them to have appeared half the time in the national championship game is crazy. That's crazy success right off the bat. So as you can see, here's their little benches. They're pretty nice too. Look at, you know, pretty nice for you know, junior college. Here we go. You see Pioneer Soccer. There it is. The Lady Pioneers. They do not have a men's team here, just a women's team. So it's actually 3 out of the 4 mid-Michigan colleges that we've visited so far just have women's teams. So the women's game seems to be thriving here in mid-Michigan. Their first tourney appearance came in 2016, 5 years after they were founded. And they lost in the first round to Erie Community College 4-3. So quite the game, 4-3. The very next year, they would lose in the national semifinals to Herkimer College 4-3. So that one, they started to pick up steam, and they made it to the Final Four. Then in 2018, they would reach their very first national final, and they would play Dallas Richland College 1-0, and they would lose 1-0. I'm sorry. And now that actually, they have played a team from Dallas in every single one of their 6 national finals. So of their 6 national finals, all 6 colleges that they have played against have came from the Dallas area, which honestly is no surprise because soccer in Texas has always been pretty thriving. Then in 2019, they would play Brookhaven College, who would actually go on to become probably their biggest rival. They would always play them in the national championship games. Here we go, look at the other one, says Green Mindset. And they would lose that game 2-0. So back-to-back finals, they lost to Dallas Richland and Dallas Brookhaven. But then, in the COVID year, 2020, 2021, they would win their first ever national title, and they would get revenge on Brookhaven College, winning that game 4-1 to claim their very first national junior college championship and bring it back here to University Center, Michigan. It's not very often that teams from Michigan win national championships. I think Davenport University in Grand Rapids, they won an NAIA national championship, and Michigan State split back-to-back national championships back in the 60s. But I don't know of any other team, any other soccer team from Michigan that's won a national championship besides Delta College. So I guess they would be the only women's team that I know of that has won a national championship. But don't quote me on that one. 5 months later, they would go on to play Dallas Brookhaven again, and they would lose 2-1 in the national final. And that was during the COVID time, so the seasons were a little screwed up. That's why they were so close together. And then in 2022, they would break their 4-year national final streak, and they would lose to Mohawk Valley on penalty kicks. And then just last year, just like always, they would go back to the national championship against Dallas Brookhaven, and they lost again 1-0. So let's see here. They have played Dallas Brookhaven 1, 2, 3, 4 times in the national championship game. It's kind of weird to think about, you know, some college from Dallas having a national rivalry with some tiny little like farm village that was only established 60 years ago in the middle of Michigan, in the middle of nowhere. Opposites attract, I guess. But yeah, that's their practice field over there. It's literally just a field. They don't even have the nets up or any stands over there. I don't think they actually have stands. I think the parents just stand around. Yeah, you can see the big water tower off in the distance, and you can see the school. There's not much here, but there is a national champion. They just renovated the sports complex 5 or 6 years ago. Hopefully next time they renovate it, they can add a little piece to the scoreboard, putting all of the accomplishment that the women have done. Because, you know, for a team like them to make it to the national finals every single year, they deserve at least a little recognition. Have a little, you know, little plaque or something for them somewhere, because I couldn't find anything. I did find a picture of the girl over there dribbling the ball, but nothing else acknowledging all their accomplishments.